Alright, today we'll be designing star schema for Lakehouse. So first let's understand the concept. Star schema is a way of organizing data for reporting. At the center, we have a fact table. So this holds measurable values like sales amount or quantity. Around it, we place dimension tables. It's written in the bracket dimensions, right? So around this fact table, we place all the dimension tables and it looks somewhat like in the form of star. Now let's get started with the hands-on. So first things first, if you note, I have the um, fact table and the dimensions we have here. So what I'll do, I'll ingest the data. All our fact and dimensions are in the form of CSV file. I'll ingest this data in the Lakehouse first, and then we'll be building semantic models and reports out of it. So first step, I'm in my workspace. So you need to create one workspace. Please do not use default workspace or you might not be able to create semantic model later on. I'll click new item. Then I'll select Lakehouse. Let's give a name to our Lakehouse. Let's hit the create button. All right. So if you look here, I have the CSV files, right? I have the three dots here. I'll click on upload files, then browse my files from my local computer. Let's browse all the CSV files. So let's select the files. I'll select the 4 files, 1 fact and 3 dimension. So let's click on open. Please make sure all the CSV files are selected. I'll click on upload. So now all the 4 files got uploaded, green tick mark. I need to reload it in order to view the files. Now if we look in the file section, all the 4 files are now here. So if we look here in the tables, in the DBO schema, nothing is there. So now we need to move these files in the form of table. What I'll do, I'll click on the 3 dots, load to tables, new table. We'll keep the name as default. We won't change anything. I'll use load because our files contains the header. So I'll selected this. Let me show one of the sample files, the customers. So this is how our one of our files looks, the customer.csv. It contains header and the data, some sample dummy data. Now let's click on load because our files just a few moments back we saw it contains header. I'll click on load. The separator is comma because it is a CSV file, so it's a comma separated. Separator is by default is good. I'll click load. So please note, one by one the tables will get loaded. We need to do it manually and we cannot ingest multiple tables. It will be grayed out. Once it's done, the first one is done, we'll move on to second. So that is the process. All right, I can see the green signal, green tick mark. I can move on to now the second one, load to tables, new table. I'll click on load. Now our date dimension is getting loaded. Similarly, I'll load one by one the products and sales table as well. All right, looks good. Our tables are beginning to appear now on the left hand side. I'll move on to the third, that is our products table. I'll click on load. All right, now let's move on to the last one, that is our sales table. I'll click on load to tables, new table and load. Let's wait for our last table to get loaded. All right, looks like all the full tables got loaded. I'll make sure that in the tables view the data looks good. We have seen this in our Excel few moments back, and we can see it in the table as well. For dates table, it also looks good. I'm just making sure the data is fine. So since data is fine, now we need to model the star schema. How do we do it? We'll switch to the model view. That is, I need to go to the new semantic model. I'll click here. Now, if you look here, only two are appearing. So I need to wait for a while till all this appears, because sometimes if the tables just got loaded, I got to refresh this page, because it takes some time to get the data updated there in the semantic model. So let's give it one more try, and there we go. All the four tables are now here. So I'll make sure I'll select all these, right? We need to give a name to our semantic model. Let's give a name. Now, if the name is good, I'll click on confirm. All right, if you look now, so basically all the four tables are scattered here and there. So what we need to do, we need to define relationship. So how do we do it? We need to basically manage relationships. I'll click manage relationship, new relationship, and here we need to follow the diagram. Now here we'll be converting our theory knowledge to the practical hands-on. So if you look at the relationship, it's one to many. The sales table is connected to many tables. So it's one to many relationship. So that's what we need to do it in the fabric. So I'll click the from, it will be our sales table. And one by one, I'll select the tables. The customer table, let's select. So if you note, the customer ID by default gets selected. So the cardinality will be reversed, not many to one, it should be one to many, because sales has one to many relationship. Sales table is connected to many tables. So now the cardinality, it will be single. I'll click on save. So if we look behind the scenes, it's drawing the diagrams. I'll click on new. Then again, I'll repeat the process. I'll click the sales table, then the date. And if you look now, the date column is highlighted. It automatically makes sure. So it will be again one to many. I'll click on save. Now let's move to the last dimension table, which is the products table. So basically again, since it's a product table, our from table will be sales and the to table will be products. So product ID, it appears. So it will be one, two, again many. So please make sure to select appropriate from and to tables, because otherwise the star schema will be incorrect. I'll click on save, and here it will also be showing you, if you look right. So the arrow direction, if you look, the relationship, it's moving out from sales to customers. So this looks good. Now let's click on the close, right? It by default saves in the background, right? So we don't need to worry about. I'll close this properties, I don't need it. I'll put my sales table in the middle, because this is a star schema, right? So, and there we go. So this looks good. Now our diagram looks somewhat like star. So with respect to the diagram, we are perfectly fine. So now we'll be validating our query. How do you validate our query? I'll go back to my Lakehouse. I'll from the here I'll be selecting the SQL analytics endpoint, and here I'll be clicking on new query. So now let's test our model with a query. I have the query in place. I'll just paste the query. I'm basically joining the sales table with customers, products, and dates. That is the fact table with the dimensions. Then I'm basically grouping by the customer, product, and month to calculate the total number of sales. So please make sure your the table name, if it is small, you should write in small. From my experience, I've seen if you write the C capital and here is C small, you'll get error and your query won't run. So it's kind of case sensitive, what I found. So please make sure, otherwise your query won't work. So all the homework I've done, and there we go, the results we can see. So this query shows how the star schema makes the reporting easy. Instead of storing all the details in one giant table, we basically separate them into dimension table and join them when required. And now, since we are good, we can generate a Power BI report as well. So I'll move to my semantic model, and in the file we have create new report. I'll go here to generate one dashboard out of it. Now we can create different kind of charts, like the especially the bar chart or something. Um, so uh, so we can select different type of charts basically to showcase our results. Maybe like um, sales by the maybe the product. So I've switched to the stack column chart. This looks good somewhat, right? We have again different things like regions and all. So we need to select one at a time, right? So I've, from here, from the sales amount I've selected, right? The phone ones, I'll just enlarge it to make it look better. So here we go, we can see clearly now the chairs, laptop, phones are there. So similarly, we can definitely create different kind of charts based on um, the data what we have basically. So now we have based on the quantity, the we have selected the regions as well. um, so we can make the sales amount as well, which regions are selling more, the Bangalore and all. So the percentage we can get. So similarly, we can create the dashboard as required. So that's what it goes for the star schema. So I'll brush you up what we have done. So we have implemented this practically in Fabric using a Lakehouse. We have created semantic model. First, we have ingested data, created semantic model, and finally built a dashboard out of it. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet in our next lecture.